let's talk about this name, Hellraiser. Did you get it from the show that was around when we were younger?
Spell H.
Okay. I got you. Well, no, I saw that, but I was just like, okay, maybe he took it and flipped it. Because, sometimes we look copyright. We have to be careful with what we come out with. But welcome, welcome, welcome. And all right, so let's just jump right in. Ordained minister, business consultant, and life coach. Now, I know that as an ordained minister, sometimes, people try to box you in. But let everybody kind of know how you journeyed from being a young man born in Chicago, right?
No.
And now an ordained minister, business consultant, and life coach who's doing some miraculous things. Talk to us a little bit about that.
When you say boxed in, what you mean?
Well, all right. So first of all, let me say this. I am an old school Baptist girl, right? So I grew up in church. My dad was Orthodox religious. My mom, like we all, went to church together. But it was just kind of like, with mom, it's like, listen, you still got to live life. And so as an ordained minister, I'm just wondering, especially as a millennial, with everything going on around us, do you feel like you have to conform to a certain disposition for clergymen versus, the parishioners and things of that nature that you should be bringing in?
Well, just so you know, you'll learn this about me. If you see like a headline or something like that may seem something that people are familiar with, 9 times out of 10 is not what you typically may think it is. So when you talk about clergy and the whole religious aspect, that has nothing to do with why I'm ordained. Any prophecy or anything like that, it's the prophecy that I live.
Okay.
So I do things for tactical value and purpose. So I became an ordained minister so I can have another layer as far as in a legal aspect to be able to marry the members of my congregation, my church, and my ministry.
That's spectacular. And see, guys, these are the things that's important. Did you hear what he said? He's not doing this to be orthodox. He's not doing this for the sake of the He's doing this for the sake of the people. He's all about purpose and practicality. And for that, I definitely salute you. Now, talk to us a little bit about the journey that is taken to get to where you are now.
There's so many different variables as far as the journey and the experience with people. The separation, amongst our people, and the competition in each industry is just
Yes.
challenges. So every day is a journey, but I embrace it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, do you ever feel like there are some things that you want to reach out and grab, but you just don't know how? Because I guess when I look at you and I look at your background and I look at, the things that you're doing right now, I think to myself, he really is a new age walking prophet, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes, like you were talking about the separation of our people, I feel like it comes from religious affiliations. And so and so with that being stated, how do you maneuver through that as an activist and also trying to forge collective impact?
So everything is always about strategy. Just like I said, the purpose of becoming, ordained. See, everything I do has is greatly influenced by law.
Yes.
One of the laws that help protect, our rights as flesh and blood and women is religious beliefs. So anything that we do within our congregation and my ministry is within our religious beliefs. So we want to make money. We do it religiously. It's part of our religion. And no state, no government can intervene with a man or woman's religion. So I do things like that for purpose. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with a lot of the other stuff people would think it do. Even though we do have, we actually built a church right now in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
But we do practice and have spiritual ceremonies with ayahuasca for people that's trying to tap into that you know, that third eye, you know, and tap into that higher dimension. So it's levels to the shit. And I don't say when I say things, I mean it literally. And you know, we really turn people into super gods and goddesses. So if everybody was sold on a lot of the bullshit that they've been following all these years with all these religions, they wouldn't. They have no idea what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like the real Holy Ghost. You know, the real. You know, the Holy.
Hello, somebody.
Look, the Holy Ghost of true self that all trying to strategically remove people. You know, they always go to chase something further outside themselves, besides the man and the woman in the mirror.
Okay.
The closer you get to self, the closer you get to God. That's a fact.
You have to be one that commune with thee. I understand. Understood.
Become one with God. That's what Jet Li was trying to show us in the movie The One. You know, that's what they was trying to show us in The Matrix. It's always about becoming the one. So every experience, every person you meet, everything we do is supposed to be an educational course to help you self.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, if you're just checking in, I am sitting here with the charming, charismatic, ordained minister, business consultant, and life coach. But you know what? I think more importantly, this African-American man who is so eloquently doing what he was called to do. Now, all right. Talk to us about your international work. What are some of your international projects?
International, I just got back from Europe. That was sort of a 2-year mission.
Okay.
The main purpose was to establish banking. So once I'm able to establish it's like a strategic banking relationship with an actual bank on the soil.
Okay.
That allowed me to be able to create strategic partnerships and alliances so I could be able to offer these people here domestically. So now we can offer international options to our members. We can offer foreign corporations to our members. People that want to establish corporations offshore or international, that want private international banking solutions. So now right now I'm in the development of a mobile banking. We started our own bank. So that was the whole point behind all that. You know, to be able, because the whole point of it is, I'm not talks about. I'm not gonna be the marching, talking about, you know, preaching and marching about reparations, about rights. I just create the things we need and provide it to them. I don't egg out. I take what we need and I set it up for people.
Wow. You know what? One of the things. Oh no, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that I don't ask for no handouts, you know, for the people or from the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? If it's something we need, it's our duty to build it.
You know, the things that I hear from you are action, action, action. You really are about solutions and remedies. You know, I salute you for that. Now, let's just be real. Anytime you go against the grain and step out and do your thing, there's always gonna be that pushback. Talk to us, and not and it doesn't have to be specific, but talk to us a little bit about the overcome. What advice would you give to others who want to step out but they're afraid to do so?
I always strategic. I'm saying what I've witnessed, what I've witnessed and learned from those that before me is that I just think they make a little bit too much noise in the same direction. While they're building. I feel like with the Underground Railroad was secret. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. So I strategically do things and say things. It could be a puzzle putting stuff together. It's like, you know, nobody can ever know my next move because sometimes I move at the speed of thought sometimes, and I purposely put things out there, and especially when I'm talking in public, because I know by way of me communicating with the people and using these public channels that are not controlled by us. I know that other eyes are watching and stuff like that. So I have to know how to communicate in a language that's understood, but at the same time, kind of send off the the serpents and the leeches, and people that don't have our best interests. So, it may seem from one ear like, oh, he's telling us this, he's telling us that, but I'm not really telling you. I'm sending you off. I give things in delays or whatever.
You know what? Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad you brought that point out. I tell people all the time, I'm never gonna post what's actually going on.
I'm never gonna post back location where I'm at. I'm never gonna do. I'm never gonna be that. So how can you? So the clues that I'm putting out there, you can never use them to ever get to
You
me.
can't link them. You know what? I
I know
love it.
I have multiple. My hands is in multiple private organizations that provide things for the people. I teach. Almost don't say you get nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't offer nothing. I don't own nothing. It's all about own nothing, control everything, own nothing, demand everything. I don't
Run it back, baby. Run it back and say it one more time.
own nothing, control everything, own nothing, demand everything.
Mm.
So
Own nothing,
and that ain't
control
that
everything.
that ain't come from me. That the wealthy taught us that. See, they sold us ownership, so we so quick to put our name on some stuff and say, "Oh, I own this. That's mine. That's mine." So ownership also comes liability. I can't go to
Mm.
towers or I see the building, but I guarantee it's next time on our corporation. If we search the company on the Secretary of State website, of course not. It's all about privacy. Privacy is your ultimate protection.
You know what? But you know why privacy won't work for us. And I'm gonna just keep it real, because we have so many of us that need the approval of the public, and so many people. I always say this, Hellraiser. I always say, I really wish some of these people would have got their senior superlatives in high school, because I'm sick of them trying to get them as adults.
Mhm. You ain't lying.
But I ain't gonna go there. We gonna finish up. All right. What do we need to look out for on the horizon? Is it anything that you want us to tap into and look out for coming from Hellraiser?
Uh, I, I mean, it's right now what I tell people to focus on because there's a lot of information out there. A lot of people are leading ways. Uh, I see a lot of people going in the wrong direction as opposed to as far as it making sense. Because the problem in the age we're in right now, we actually have access to information. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. So now we have an issue where people may be liable to fall victim into a whole nother within the information. So you have to know how to navigate, know how to acquire the information you need. Eliminate the shit you don't need and move on instead of become. You shouldn't get caught up in one book, one privacy. One information and knowledge is infinite. You have to be able to it's like you have to let the spirit lead you into what you know at that very point, that particular thing.
You know something? Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Guys, one thing about it, you already know Lily Mae always got something to say. But what he just said, information and knowledge, baby, is infinite. They are infinite. And the reality is, if you don't go and grab it, that's your own fault. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Go get it for yourselves.
We can no longer blame the white man and all this other shit.
Please say it again. One
That
more time. Just one more time.
no longer blame the white man. It has nothing. It's beyond white and black at this point. The people that preach that and keep standing on that are the people that show a lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? Because
No, you didn't go there.
they don't. It's easier to do that as opposed to putting in the work to getting whatever the hell you need to get done and putting yourself in the position you want to be.
Thank you.
It's
And you know,
like to give us some shit. Ain't nobody gonna give us nothing.
the other day somebody I said something to the extent that I was so tired of entitled adults and us having to take up the slack. You know what this lady said? She was like, well, something about, you high and mighty people kill me. Some people just need help. Do you realize that I didn't even focus on that some people need help? But obviously, you look up to me if you say you high and mighty people. At what point do we accept that we remain bound because we keep accepting things that weren't designed for us in the first place?
Exactly.
So, Hellraiser, when you say, that we have to stop blaming the white man, I'm in total agreement with you. It was different for our great-grands and our great-great-grands because they grew up in a time like that. But not for us. We got access to everything, just like you said. And I thank you. I thank you for bringing this out. I thank you so much for tapping in. And guys, if you're not already following him, you need to follow him. But Hellraiser, let everybody know where they can follow you and how they can tap in if they want to book you for speaking or anything like
that. At General Hellraiser, and also at Millionaire. Like I say, Hell is spelled Hail.
Mm-hmm.
You can contact. I use it names like that as far as on business, but so for you guys can also contact 888-597-8825, extension 105. You can contact my PR, Jessica John. She'll get the job done way before me.
I appreciate you. Hopefully you'll be back in the area, or I'm just gonna have to make that trip because I would love to do a sit down with you and really, really jump in, tap in, and just have some more opportunities to educate the masses. Guys, if you don't understand what he said a lot, but basically what he's saying is stop complaining and create solutions to your own problems that many of us created on our own. Hellraiser, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me today. And please know that our platform is always open for you. And if there's anything we can do to support or assist you further, we're here for you.
Definitely. Peace.
Peace and love. Guys, Hellraiser is a gentleman who is making it do what it do. He is out here really doing the daggone thing. And one of the things I want you to understand is that on this journey, we have to stick together, but we also have to cultivate our own way. It's your girl, Lily Mae. You checked in. It's consulting time, prime time with SENOJ, and we are out.